So what do you want me to share?
Your screen, how you were doing it just now. If you wanted.
Okay. So
Yeah.
are we gonna? So we're gonna stream. So you want me to have this
Yeah, I just
on?
wanted to. Did you see the Did you see the etc. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So it says waiting for the host still.
Yeah. Oh, I got go live.
Oh, okay.
I got go live on here, but it's going to be broadcasting whatever this is. I think.
You got go live on your Amazon Live?
Yeah.
Okay. So refresh that page for a second.
All right. Let me try practice mode on here.
Okay, yeah, we don't want to go live yet. We want to practice for a second. For those of you that are watching me on my Facebook page or whatever, yeah, we're just hanging out. We're practicing something and we're going live on Amazon Live real soon. So you're getting a little bit of the behind the scenes here. Hold on. Don't tell anybody.
So it says practice now and in practice. So I got to figure out where I am to see it.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's okay. So I think as long as you are seeing it on the go live, actually are you seeing the practice now button?
I got the practice now button, but I have to get practice mode link. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, I think you should just be able to, once you click practice now, I'm getting ready to go live.
Let's see.
Okay, so if I go to practice, get practice mode link, and then I'm gonna copy it and I'm gonna share it with myself.
All right, I think that
you think you're going?
Hey, this will be it. This will be what it looks like on mine. I'll show you what it won't work very well. Look fast because it's going to go away. Ready?
Yep, that's fine. Yeah.
So here I am on live, and yeah, now it's going to triple dipple me.
Yeah, triple dipple me fine.
Here I am on live.
All right, cool. So we are good to go, and yes. So we'll have music in the background. We've got about 10 minutes before the whole show goes live, people. All right, so let's see what we can do about that.
So I'll end my practice.
Yep, I'm gonna do the same. All right, so I'm ending my practice. And I'm going to go back. Uh-oh.
It's weird. You got to reset everything up again.
That's odd.
Yeah, that's what I was doing today. And if you do a practice session, all it does is a practice session.
Boo. Okay, so I got to set that up again. Okay, so that's fine. That's good to know.
Yeah, that's what happened to me today.
Okay. All right.
And then you got to add your products again.
Yeah, that's okay.
Come on, that's 7 buttons.
I know.
And we got to reset the thing. Let's see, Tech Team Orange, right?
Yep, 1, 2, 3.
All right.
All right, so here we go.
Video source, external camera. All right.
Hey, y'all that are watching us, we're coming. We're gonna go live shortly.
Am I even on any faces? Let's see. Oh, there I am. Hi. Yes. Hello, all of Robert's friends. I don't have any friends, so I didn't put mine up, but I'm having fun anyway.
Yeah.
For those of you who are playing along at home, this is how nerds spend a good deal of their lives. Just punching
Yes.
buttons and asking questions. That's all we're doing.
Punching buttons.
Like, what does this do? How will this break things? Oh, look, it did.
Yeah. All right. So those of you that are on, just kind of hang with us. We're going to go live in about 7 minutes or so. I mean, we're going to start our show in about 7 minutes. But guess what? Tonight's still going to be kind of like willy-nilly a little bit, but that's fine. All right. So let me see what else do I need to add. And we can add stuff like during the broadcast. You don't need to necessarily add all of it before.
Yep. So what are you going to talk about today?
What am I going to talk about? I'm going to talk about the same thing we talk about every day, Pinky. How to take over the world. No, I'm playing.
I just met this guy. I don't know. I met him in a chat room somewhere.
Yeah. All right, cool. So 800. Boom. I think we're good. Externals. Save. All right. There we go. All right. So yeah, I think we're good to go in about, let me get my time set. And so we'll just do
all right. And I will.
This is what we do backstage, people. This is how we get prepared for the show.
We punch buttons and ask questions.
We punch buttons and ask questions.
Right. You know what I'm going to do is, I think I can. So I'm not as experienced as our friend Robert here on all of these wonderful new things. So, Robert, I just share my Amazon shop page for the live, or where do I get the link to the live?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be, once you go live, I think you can click the live and then you can get the direct thing, but I don't think you can get it before that. So yeah, just share the shop page. So it should be amazon.com/shop/your nerdy best friend or Beth Z or whatever you have.
I actually saw, it says get a link to your live stream. So Tech Team Orange live stream. Link. So if you scroll down on the phone on the iOS,
share a link to your live stream. There you go.
Yep. All right. So I'm gonna put that up on my Facebook page.
Okay. Let me do that as well.
Let's see. Pick a profile, any profile.
All right.
Going live with the first official
Tech Team Orange
episode of Tech Team Orange with Robert. I don't even think I can tag you here. No, I can't. With the Robert Kennedy 123. And the.
Ooh, I forgot to send the message to my people.
Now you are broadcasting on Facebook as well?
Just my Facebook page, not my Facebook profile.
All right, I'm going to share that to my. Let's see. I tell you, sometimes all the hoops we need to jump through to share things the right way in the right places with the right people.
Yeah. That's all right.
It's just hard. It's like multiple steps instead of one, which is how it should be.
Okay, so pre-show time. Here we go, pre-roll.
I love our name.
Here we go. Are you going live yet, Beth?
I did.
Okay, perfect. We're getting ready to go live on Amazon, people. Everybody, it's Tech Team Orange. Why are we Tech Team Orange? I bet you can't guess. I bet you can't guess. Beth got orange, Robert's got orange, orange microphone even. Yeah, we're just hanging. Today we are gonna have an awesome, flawsome, fabulously fantastic show for you tonight. We are gonna be talking about, here's what I called my thing, Beth. I said, the secret to great content without spending great time. How about that?
I think that's a great start. That's a perfect way to describe how we're gonna work this out, maybe.
Yeah. So those of you that are online, do me a favor. Let me see if I can open up another tab here so that I can actually see what I'm doing. What we're gonna be doing, we're hanging out, we're testing out some stuff. We are gonna be walking through, at least over the next week or so, some of the stuff that we use in our business, some of the stuff that we use to, what are we gonna be walking through? Stuff that you tell them, Beth, stuff that we use to make our business fabulous. How about that?
Well, I think it's stuff that we want to use to make our business fabulous, and sometimes we don't get around to using it as much. So we're going to get a little deeper for our own needs into some of these tools that are out there, and really call at least me to task to, hey, put it into action. You know it's fantastic. Here are some features that you could use. Here's the features that everybody can use. How can we actually make them work?
Yeah. Well, so let us, I think we can start out with just sharing, before we jump into the tool that we're going to use tonight, or that we're going to talk about tonight, maybe we should start out by sharing a little bit about who we are. First of all, how about that? What I see you got the glasses, you got the nerd pin. How about that? Let's talk a little bit about who we are.
Well, since you set it up so nicely, I will go first.
Yes.
So I'm Beth Z. I'm your nerdy best friend, and that's not anything made up. I am your nerdy best friend. When I was trying to come up with a tagline to become official, I was like the quick tech trainer and all these different things. And I said, I'm none of those things. I'm just your nerdy best friend in the corner. And that's who I am. And it's my job to help people find tech tools and tips that will make their lives easier. I've been doing this on the side without getting paid most of my life. And then I found out that other people besides my husband would pay to hear me speak. So that's how I got into it.
Yeah, awesome. So that's Beth Z. She's not just your nerdy best friend, she's my nerdy best friend. All right. And I am Robert Kennedy III. RK3 is what the cool people call me. Yeah. All right. And hold on, I got some stuff on my back screen here. I should fix that. Anyway, here is who I am. I am a trainer. I am a speaker, workshop presenter. I work with business owners, especially small business owners, helping them to create greater visibility through the art of storytelling. But like Beth, I'm a little bit of a nerd, so I like to teach people about the techniques and the technologies of storytelling. Ooh. So that's what we're going to be kind of hanging out talking about tonight. Those of you that are on our Amazon live pages, go ahead. You should be on Beth's page, or if you're on mine, go ahead. Just don't forget to follow. You see this thing right down here? Follow. We're just hanging out tonight, and let us know who you are. Just say who you are in the chat. I would love to hear from you. I'd love to share some of your comments. I'd love to just help. Yeah, introduce the world to us, to you, to whatever. So let's get moving. I wish we had a funny story to tell. Maybe you do. I don't. All right.
I would like to know why you are so into orange. Let me ask that, because we are Tech Team Orange, and why orange?
Well, orange for me, I think it just kind of fell into it. I just liked wearing orange shirts for a while. I think I like colors that stand out, and I don't know if you've ever seen or met my wife. My wife is darker than I am, so she always asks me like what colors she should wear, and I like stuff on her that like pops, right? And so for me, orange was a color that pops, so I love to see her wear orange. And then one day I was wearing something and it was orange, and she was like, you look good in orange, you should wear orange more. I was like, okay. So I bought some more orange shirts, some more orange stuff, and I just liked wearing it. But then as I got into business and as I began to write, to figure out what my brand colors and all of that, I don't know if you've done anything with like color psychology, right? So different colors elicit different meanings or different feelings in people. And so when the person that was doing my brand guidelines asked me what I wanted or what feeling I wanted people to have, I said, well, you know what? I wanted trust. I wanted authority to some degree, but not like strong, just no. I didn't want that. I wanted confidence. I wanted trust. I wanted authority, and I wanted energy or excitement. And so they were like, yeah. So blue elicits that kind of calm, that trust, that authority, that confidence. But the orange, it's not like bang in your face like red is, but it elicits, it's that energy. It's kind of bright. It's like sunshine, right? So that's my orange story.
That is a wonderful orange story. Mine is almost nothing like that because it wasn't well thought out or planned or anything. I bought something that was orange and I said, that's so cute. And I bought something else that was orange and I was like, that is so cute. And then it just went crazy. And now I have an orange Prius.
Uh-huh.
It got worse. So yeah, we got bigger. Pudgy Boy says, I love color orange. Thank you, Pudgy Boys. Thanks for being here. We
Yep.
love that you love the color orange. I have everything
Excellent.
orange. I buy my orange budget is off the charts. It's just
Wow.
everything. After the Prius, it was all on the table.
Yeah.
Orange
All right.
Sharpies to write in my books, all of it. So
I just wanted to show you two of my favorite people. Teresa's favorite things. Teresa is sharing that she likes hanging out with us. Hey, Teresa, good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us. So I just wanted to share that with you. All right, cool. So we got the orange stories. And we also know that we have some nerd stuff in common. And what else do we have that we want to talk about? I think the big thing that we want to get into in just a little bit is some of the things that we do to run our business. One of the things that we both need to do is we both have to create content in some ways. So let me ask you this. What do you hate the most about creating content?
we're going to talk about writing here in a minute. What in my personal world, what I hate the most about creating content is editing video after I create the
Ooh.
content. That's really hard for me because I enjoy it so much. It just takes me so long because I have all these, yay, special effects and happiness and all these things I want to add to the table. And it ends up just taking me a long time. But coming up with interesting content and volumes of it is also a challenge, as well as the video editing nitty gritty stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. And I think I want to have you show off some of your yay and some of your stuff in just a few seconds here. All right. Go ahead. Do one more.
All right. How about this one? It's not working.
No,
It's going
it's
to
not
come.
working. Oh, no.
All right. It's going to come. How about this one?
Yay.
That one worked. And how about this one? We got this one. Some of them work. Some of them don't work.
Yeah. All right.
That
Cool.
one.
Beth's got it. So just so y'all know, I got those from Beth. So check out a couple of them that I have. I want to share with you what I have, but I got these ideas from Beth here. Hold on one second. Everybody ready? Here we go. Hold on. I got to do this right first. I got to do the music right and then do this. Here we go. Okay, we're having too much fun. All right. Oh yeah. All right, cool. So we're having fun, hanging out. Okay, I think I should get him off the screen. Hold on. I get him off the screen. I got to take him off the screen. Okay, cool.
It's like,
all right, cool.
Mind blown. Mind blown.
Yeah. All right. So Teresa's asking, Beth, what are you guys using? Let me bring that up really quickly. What are you guys using? Atem or Stream Deck? What are you guys using? Atem or Stream Deck?
I am a Stream Deck chick, and
Yeah.
I think Robert and we did a program together in the whole nerdy way back in the day, before a lot of these things were commonplace. But soon after that, I think Robert and I are bad influences on each other, because I think I got a small Stream Deck, and then I went to the largest Stream Deck, and then he went, and we're like, we're out of control, and we're like, yep, that's why we're friends. So Stream Deck is what I use. It's and Robert has a really good setup with his. Mine is all set up for these presentations. It makes it so you can just push buttons and add effects and change scenes and change the look and feel of your online presence in just a few clicks. And Robert uses it for more automations even than I do, but I have two different Stream Decks because I have two different areas that I present from in this room, and it makes for a much more dynamic presentation than a square head right here and my square slides right there, and everything kind of being what you've seen 1,000 times.
Awesome. Awesome. So I just wanted to share that because I also wanted to add the Stream Deck to my carousel. So you should be able to do that too, Beth. If you're hearing Beth talk about Stream Decks and some of the different things, we're going to talk about a few other things tonight. But yeah, just if you are interested in Stream Deck and you want to learn a little bit more about it, then go ahead and check those out in the carousel. So speaking of carousel, let me do this. Let me do this and just kind of bring this up on screen here so that everybody can kind of see what the Stream Deck looks like. If you've never seen a Stream Deck, here's what it is. All right, here's what it looks like. And so Beth's talking about those buttons, blah, blah, blah. You can I write on this? Nope, I cannot. All right. Okay. Yeah. All right. So yeah, so there's the 32 button one. And if you see that, there's the 15 key one, which is the original one that Beth got. And I got as well. I got a 15 key. And then there's a 6 key Stream Deck as well, the Stream Deck Mini, which I have for my other computer. So I've got 2 setups, but yeah. All right, cool. So, all right. So I want to get to a little bit about what we're going to share tonight, because I think we've got a really cool tool and I want to make sure that we get out of here on time, but I want to see if we can chat about our tool just a little bit. So do you want to start off? Do you want to start us off with our tool? What is it that we want to share and how we want to work? Go for it.
I don't know how we're going to show it on the screen yet. This is our first, I guess, could I do it over here, you think?
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, let me talk about it for just a second.
Yeah.
Here's what happened. During the pandemic, when we were all kind of focused on something else last May, a new type of technology, a new type of artificial intelligence launched into the world, May of 2020. And frankly, I didn't pay that much attention to it at the time. I saw a few articles. It was all about natural language processing, and it took leaps and bounds ahead of most other artificial intelligence tools we as consumers had seen out there. So when I finally kind of got around to taking a look at it, a lot of these companies had it for 6 and 8 months, and they had built these huge systems that called upon that technology. And they are now out there. There's probably 20 of them that I can think of, maybe 10 that I could name off, but they use artificial intelligence to do writing for you. They are junior copywriters that will actually create content for you with just a few prompts.
Wow. Yeah. So I think when we talked earlier about like what we hate with content creation, one of the things that I hated was starting out being really consistent with writing my blog and then falling off because I couldn't think of anything new that I wanted to write. Another thing that I hated was anytime I had a program that I wanted to sell or share, I would hate creating the landing pages or the information for the landing pages. Another thing that I didn't always like, I knew that I needed to do more videos like YouTube videos, but I hated writing the outlines or always kind of figuring out what I want to say, because there's nothing worse than a YouTube video, right? Where you go to the channel and they're just like blah, 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 blah. And it's long, it's rambling. It doesn't really get to a point. So you want to make sure that your videos are punchy. You want to make sure that people get the point. And in order for that to happen, you've really got to prepare. And so I didn't always like to have to do all of that. So this tool that Beth is going to talk about in a second or so kind of helps me navigate, helps us navigate all of that. So you ready?
Absolutely. I think what I'm going to do is just kind of take myself off the screen. Now, we are just going to talk about what this is. There are several ones out here like this, but I want to show you this one. And this is the second time I've gotten this error today. You can see my screen, correct?
Yep, I can.
All right, perfect. It's funny, Robert mentioned that he has trouble specifically with landing pages and some things, and I would agree there. One of the challenges that I have is definitely writing descriptions of my sessions and trying to
Mhm.
sell my sessions, right? Like,
Yeah.
you should come here because of this. And I'm like, I don't want to say stuff like that. And so that brings up a good point. I can write articles pretty well, but when it comes to those specific things, it gets challenging. So Robert actually turned me on to this one. There are several in this category now that do the writing for you, but I'm just going to take them, Robert, through one little piece,
Yeah.
if that's okay.
Yep. Go for it.
All right. So let's do Tech Team Orange, right? Tech Team Orange show. And we don't really know what all this is, but here's what I'm going to call it: a 1 hour video show with Robert Kennedy. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and Beth Z. They talk about tech tools that will make your life easier and how to actually use them. And they are funny and they are on time. How's that?
That
I don't
worked
know what
perfectly.
and I'm going to do tone of voice. I'm going to do, what do you say, Robert? Throw something out there.
Humorous.
Let me spell it right. Okay. Now, here is this tool lets you put in these prompts, right? I just put in several little one-liners with descriptions, and now I'm going to press the button that says generate. And what it's doing is applying that artificial intelligence to write in the tone that you have specified to spit out some copy that you can start with. Attention, you've been on the internet for a while now and you're pretty good using it, but are there some things that just don't make sense? Like, why is your phone so slow? Or how do I get my email inbox down to 0? Or what does cloud storage even mean? Tech Team Orange Show has all those answers and more. Each week we talk about this and we're going to be awesome. Look at that. How long did that take?
Isn't that fantastic? Isn't that fantastic? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's see. Wait, let's go. Exactly. I mean, but in seconds. Now, sometimes it lies. Look at this. It gave us a YouTube channel. We don't have a YouTube channel yet. We probably will, probably any time now. We don't have a YouTube channel yet, but it gave us one. So it kind of lies and makes up some things. But what this is a junior copywriter that'll let you get started. And I showed, so with this tool in particular, this one's called Jarvis. I showed 1/1000th of one of the things that it can do. Robert, would you say that's a good estimate? Did you go to boss mode with this one?
I did go to boss mode with it. So I'm still kind of messing around with boss mode. I don't necessarily I don't think I'm that much of a power user yet, although I do have the boss mode version of it. But I kind of like it. Let me actually see if I can pull mine up. So actually, no, never mind. You go ahead and continue talking while I'm pulling while I do a preparation in the background here. Let me
I
get
am
you.
going to put my little face on here, I think.
Yeah.
Get me an overlay so I can see y'all and y'all can see me. Hold on just a second. This is live, folks.
This is live.
All right. And now that disappeared. Excellent. Excellent. Not. Let's see. Why did that disappear? All right. Did it disappear for you?
Your sharing stuff? Yes, it did.
Yeah, it did. Look at that. Oh, unlock. There we go. Let's see. I'll do Finder. Yeah, it won't let me share anymore. That's awesome.
Okay.
That's okay. I will come back here and take this off.
Hey,
So, can you
y'all.
pull?
Say that again.
Can you pull yours up?
Yep, I'm working on that right now.
All
Let me
right.
see
I
if I
think I
can.
can do. Here we go. I got this one.
Okay, perfect. So let me just have you go. Let me do it this way. There we go. Perfect.
All right. So boss mode is insane, right? So here we have, these are templates, and templates are like so February for this group. I mean, that's how fast things have changed. Well, wait a minute. In fact, this company and many like it, like started in January. So they introduced these templates back in January, February. But in the summer, they introduced this thing called boss mode. And boss mode is complicated. And this is one of the things I think that, Robert, you might have struggled with. You kind of have to know what you need to know in order to play with it, even. Right.
Right.
So I'm going to just open up a document and show you what I mean, and then show you how to shortcut that. All right. So in boss mode, you're just, I'm going to say start from scratch. And then you can say, write write landing page copy for Robert Kennedy new video course using Tony Stark voice.
Tony Stark makes you feel. Sorry.
All right, so this is boss mode, right? And it has these magic commands. I'm going to hold down the command button. I'm on a Mac, but this will work with PCs as well. But I'm going to go command return. Watch what happens. It's going to erase what I've written and then rewrite what that is. Now it's just Tony Stark giving you the opportunities, because sometimes it gets messed up. But Tony Stark is going to give you the opportunities to do this. So I'm going to erase it and do it again, unless it doesn't work. All right. Anyway, boss mode, you kind of have to know what you need to know before you can do it. But about a month ago, they started adding these things called recipes. And recipes with boss mode changes the game. Now, recipes are, right now, they're community driven, and there aren't that many inside here. You kind of have to know people who have made them and then get them. But for example, this one says, whip together a quick blog post in 5 minutes. So I'm going to click open recipe. And then they, a lot of times, will give you a video overview of how to do it. But I'm going to click run, right? And here's what it's going to guide me through. Write a brief for, let's say, how to get better sleep. So now I'm going to do my magic control, which is command return or control return, and it actually writes it for me. All right, so there it's writing some stuff. And then here, write blog title ideas. That's a command in this recipe. So I'm going to again go command return. It's going to erase that and write a little outline, some blog titles for us. Then I can choose one of them, or I can say, write an introduction for, we'll take the last one there, so I can delete these. You see what it does? So I'm building it as I go. Write an introduction for the above. And then I can go command return. That's my magic button. How can I develop a new nighttime routine? Developing a nighttime routine is an important step. But how do you know what's best for you? Sometimes it feels like there's so many options. Continue reading below. Write a blog outline. I'm just going to push those two buttons, the magic buttons. And here it starts an outline.
Nice.
And then you see, I'm not sure, Robert, if you played with it since they started these recipes, but it really makes a difference, because it's kind of like before, you had to know what you didn't even know you needed to know, you know?
Right.
And now, now it says, okay, these are the types of elements you need to bring in to make this a real blog post. People have written books this way. People have written literal recipes this way. People have written outlines for YouTube videos, all kinds of pieces of content with this type of formula.
All right. I'm messing around in the background here. So let me see. Oops. Yep, that's not what I meant to do. Yeah, so you are getting, I mean, I think you are getting like super mileage out of this thing. I think you have gone quite a bit further with it than I have. So I use it for quite a few things, maybe about 3 or 4 things. So number one thing that I use it for is creating outlines for my videos. So for example, or actually, I one of the things I do that I never did before was I use it to write like my email newsletters for me. All right. So for example, if I were to share, let me see if I can share now. Where are we? There we go. Nope, that's not what I'm looking to do. There we go. I think we can do that. Let's see if we can make this bigger. So come on, let's make that larger. Come on, there we go. Perfect. All right. So for example, if I go to, if I click on my documents list, you'll see that I've got some emails there that I wrote for my my team, or for like my corporate clients. So 6 ways managers can use storytelling to motivate employees. So look, this is kind of the whole thing right here, right? But here's how I kind of wrote that. So if I go back here and I go back to let's go to templates, and I go to long form assistant. And if I were to start from scratch, and I could put 6 ways, nope, here we go. Make a list of 6 tips to use storytelling in the workplace. Okay, can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So look at that. So I've already got 6 tips. Make sure you're the right person to tell a story. Find out what you want to say before speaking. Always do your research, make it personal, tell stories, make a point. Remember that nobody wants their life story told back to them. If someone else's story is more pertinent than your own, ask if you can share it. Right? So I've already got, in like 10 seconds or less, 6 things that I can now begin writing some stuff around, right? And if I wanted to continue this, I could literally just put my mouse at the end of this, click the compose button, and then, you know, it would kind of continue the journey if I wanted. So I find that this is pretty neat. So what if I said write an introductory paragraph about the above? Okay, storytelling's an art form that's been around for centuries. Weaving a story to convey your message in a memorable way can be difficult, especially when you're tasked with telling it in the workplace. However, if you follow these 6 tips, storytelling in the workplace will become much easier. So listen, I have spent, at this point, I've spent literally like 25 seconds maybe. And I've got a paragraph and I've got a bunch of different tips. And so now I can, you know, if I feel inspired, I can now write a few things to fill this out a bit. And if I didn't want to write anything else, then all I would do is take that, make a list of 6 tips, instruction, and then write an introductory paragraph instruction, and then just flip this around and then say, hey, if you want more tips, visit me in the Storytellers Growth Lab, or visit me on my webpage, or check out this YouTube video, right? So this is, for me, it's like super fantastic. I've saved so much time already just using this for simple things. So what you saw just now was boss mode. I don't know if you've ever like written commands or done things like that on yours just yet, but that's kind of how this thing works, and it's fantastic.
It is. It's fantastic in some categories. So some of our listeners may be falling under the same place I do, which is I write very specific facts about apps and techniques, right? So
Right.
if you're speaking about how to get to sleep better or something. That those are pieces of information that don't change that much. But if you're
Right.
talking about the characteristics of this app that helps you get to sleep, it is going to lie if you ask it to tell you what that app does. It'll just
Right.
make up things it thinks it should do, right? So if you have, it's great for this persuasive type writing. It's great for these lists. If you go through this tool in particular, again, there are a bunch of different tools out there like this one. But if you go to this tool in particular, you can see that there are categories that are really helpful. For example, I was speaking to some realtors today, and there is one for residential home listings. And you put in characteristics about a home and push a button, and cute, cozy kitchen. You know, how many times do they have to write those kind of things? It will spit that out for you. So some of them are very specific and very helpful. Some industries lend themselves to quite a wide variety. I was speaking to a leadership speaker the other day, and she had a whole world of things that she could choose from
Right.
because I don't want to say they're generic topics, but they're not fact based, numbers based, technical based topics. They're more ideas, conversations, and this is really wonderful for that.
Yeah. Yeah. This is awesome. I absolutely love this because it's just like I said, it's been like a huge time saver for me. The other thing that I do with it sometimes is I use it for making captions, like when I'm sharing stuff on Instagram or even YouTube. I have an image, and so let me see if I can pull that up really quickly. So for example, if I go back to the templates, and I haven't used the recipes, I'm gonna start messing around with the recipes now.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
gosh.
brand new. It's really interesting.
Yeah. So if I go to, let me share my screen again here. Let's see. Nope, that's Beth. All right. All right. There we go. I think I've got too many things happening here though. Let's see if I can zoom in. You know what? Let me just go wide. Perfect. Okay, cool. So if I go to the templates again and I scroll down to, where is it? Did they get rid of it?
Which one?
Oh no, photo post captions, right? Catchy
Oh yeah,
captions
it's in there.
for your
Yeah.
Instagram post. So for example, if I click that and I say to what is my post about? I am making a post about visiting the Statue of Liberty. And let's say that I don't know, tone of voice, I'm going to say Morgan Freeman. All right. And then at the
Why not?
bottom, yeah, at the bottom, is this working? Nope, you can. Oh, cool. It is actually. No, it's not. All right. Are you seeing this thing like get
Yep,
larger?
yep. Yeah. What are you
Yay.
using for that, nerd friend?
Yeah.
What are you using for that one?
I'm using a tool called Pro Mouse.
Pro mouse.
Pro Mouse. Yeah, it allows me to do some funky things like this. Yeah, or like that. And you can
That is
kind of
very
see it.
helpful. Pro mouse.
Yes, it is. Yes. All right. So if I clicked, let me change that down to 3 outputs. So if I said visiting the Statue of Liberty, tone of voice, Morgan Freeman, let's see what we've got. Come on. And then I saw her. Her face was perfect. Her face was a perfect oval, like a circle that had its 2 sides gently compressed by a thigh master. I don't know if that's appropriate.
I don't know if that's there's so much wrong with that right there.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. So Lady Liberty has seen a lot of things in her day. She's watched the world grow, and so let me see if I can read it like Morgan Freeman. I don't have a Morgan Freeman voice. She's watched the world grow and change, but one thing remains constant. Okay, I sound more like Optimus Prime. I don't know.
All right. I am looking for a pro mouse. I can't find it. I need it.
It's you should yeah, check the App Store
Oh,
for
it's an app. Perfect. I was
yes.
looking for hardware called Pro Mouse and
Nope, it's an app. It's an app.
oh,
So if I were to change this to humorous, because I like humorous, I was spelling it the British way, humor. Okay. So if I change that, then I click generate more content. Yeah. So for those of you that are joining us on Amazon Live, I see quite a few of you here. We've been talking about quite a few things before. So before I read what they've put here, let me see what else they have. What we are using tonight, I'm using a Shure SM7B microphone. We've been talking about Stream Decks a little bit. We've been talking about note taking and caption making and app breaking and all of that kind of stuff. I'm trying to rhyme on purpose here. But yeah, check out some of the stuff that's in the carousel. So you could, if you're wanting to make sure that your content is better, check out some of the stuff that's in the carousel. So here is, so let's look at this. It says, you have the freedom to do whatever you want, but I have the freedom to not get on a boat with you. All right. I'm just a statue of liberty away from having the best view in the world. Oh yeah. I'm not sure what I expected, but it wasn't this. Hashtag Statue of Liberty. All right. That was kind of funny. That was kind of funny. Let me do a couple more. All right, let's see what else we got. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. That's not funny. Give them hell, liberty. Okay. I'm not afraid of heights, but I am afraid of falling. So how do we get to the top? Hashtag Statue of Liberty. So, but the bottom line is, I mean, you've got stuff here that you could immediately begin to use without, maybe you don't have a sense of humor and you're kind of like, my gosh, I see those people who write funny, pithy, witty stuff like Beth Z. Beth Z's comments are hilarious and I don't have anything to say. So yeah, come on in, check out Jarvis and get some help with writing your stuff.
well, one of the things too that I like about it is it's got a review responder.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people, groups I speak to, they have public reviews on Yelp or on TripAdvisor or wherever, Google reviews. And even if you get a great review, you can throw that review into Jarvis. Or again, there are several tools like this. You can throw it into these things and it'll revise those tools. Now, I like Jarvis the best. It seems to be very feature rich, but there are some others out there, and we can look for this category to kind of explode in the next year because it's got so much potential. And Microsoft bought. Do you understand that? Let's see. They bought OpenAI, this GPT-3 thing. So it's no longer completely in the open source community. They bought it, but they're still letting people use it or something like that. And then there's some competitors to the GPT-3 that are coming in. So it's got nowhere to go but to explode even more. And you'll see a lot more content online because of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm probably less geeky than Beth. Beth is like, Beth digs deep into stuff. I got to tell you guys this. When I saw this Jarvis, this conversion AI software, I was like, I don't get impressed by software that easily, but this blew my mind. And I was like, hey, Beth, you got to check this out. The next thing I know, Beth is down at like headquarters taking pictures with their developers. I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened?
Yeah, totally. First time I ever did that, I went to Austin. I happened to be in Austin, but I went to their headquarters and I actually broke into the building just like Law and Order, right?
Wow.
Because it was all closed up. They were it was in Austin, like, in one of the popular places. And there was nobody coming to the door. There's no buttons to push. And these people were coming out of the building. And I said, is somebody up there? They said, I think they are. And I just broke in and everything was locked. And I just went up and I was like, hi, don't arrest me. I'm nerdy. I'm with you. And then they spent probably 3 hours with me talking about
Oh
the
boy.
technology and where it's going, and just being incredibly kind and generous with their knowledge. And their community has grown from, I think when you turned me onto it, they maybe had 10,000 people on their Facebook page, and they're up
Hmm.
to uh, probably over 100,000 people.
Wow.
And they
Wow. And that's been
just
in a few months.
launched in January.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been crazy time. It's been crazy time. But I think hopefully based on what you saw tonight, you can see why we're like stir crazy about this thing, because it's, if you are somebody who has to create content and you've got to write stuff, I'm kind of like, I want to focus on the video stuff. I want to focus on nerding out a little bit about stuff. I don't want to have to do the hard work always behind the scenes of writing the words, because while I've written some books, I don't enjoy writing just like that, just for the heck of it, right? So if there's something that I can do to make the process, to shortcut the process, then I'm going to do that. And as Beth likes to say, there's an app for that. Right?
So, so here's the part of the program, I hope, where we're going to help Robert and Beth, and we're going to help y'all out there to take some actual steps in this area. And I want to ask Robert, and I'm going to ask myself to go into a kind of a challenge state
Mhm.
about this technology in particular. So thinking about tools that write for you, come
Wow.
up with something that you need to do and perform that you think you can make this work for you, and try it out in the next week. And I don't know, I haven't shared it in a long time, but I made a giant list of everything that professionals might write.
Yeah,
You remember that list?
I do. I do.
So maybe I should pull it up here on my screen.
Yeah.
Let's see. It'll take me just a second here because it will. So
Yeah.
talk amongst yourself.
Yes. While she's doing that, don't forget to follow us on Amazon Live. Here's the thing that I want to share with you as well. I know that because we're on Amazon Live, I don't want to share anything that is going to get us booted off of Amazon Live, right? However, if you do decide to sign up for Jarvis and get that as a tool in your back pocket, let Beth and I know so that we can give you our affiliate links.
Yeah, what he said.
What he said. Yes.
Well,
Yes.
we got inroads in there. We got a
Yeah.
special deal worked out.
Good.
But as you're looking at this, no matter when you're seeing this, think about all the things you could write. So I had this list, and
Mhm.
I don't think I finished all of it here. But look, I'm going to scroll down. I've got 106 things that people can write,
Wow.
right? Newsletters, core values, vision statements, media advisories, member updates, summaries, chatbot responses, worksheets, love poems, dating site profiles, complaints,
Hold on. Did you
eulogies.
say love poems? Hold on one second.
I did. I
Hold
did.
on. Here we go. Here we go. When we said love, we had to put this in there. Oh yeah, love poems. Yeah. Come
Uh,
on. All right.
that's
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm going to. That could haunt my dreams in not the way we maybe not the way we intended.
Not
Um,
really.
so all of these different things, lecture preparations, to think, not to do lists, somebody said, video scripts. Think about all the different things you write. Now I
Mhm.
happen to have um, a challenge that I just decided to do. I'm going to write another book. This will be number 7.
Wow.
And this book, do you remember, Robert, the things called like the big book of lists? Do you remember
Yes,
those?
I
Right.
do.
So it was just a bunch of fun and interesting lists. Well, this book that I'm going to write is going to be the same kind of concept. I call them tech sparks, and
Mhm.
it's going to be, I don't know how many, but I picked a number, 500 plus tech sparks. and I am going to write this before the end of the year.
Nice.
So, my challenge that I'm going to do is to flesh out a an outline of this new book using Jarvis as one way to generate some of those outline pieces. So that's my challenge that I'm going to do to make Jarvis actually work for me. Is there anything, Robert, that comes to mind for you?
Let me see. I think for me, um, I think more of same for me. I'm not back at book writing just yet, but I do want to get ahead of things. So there are two things that I need to do. As I think about content that I want to create, I'm searching some of the trending lists for questions that people in my target market are asking. But I can also create long lists of questions about storytelling, long lists of questions about public speaking, long lists of questions about leadership communication or whatever. So I want to have a list of things, because here's what I'm going to do starting tonight in about 10 minutes. Actually, I am doing some videos on my YouTube channel where I'm just literally sitting and answering questions. So this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I am going live each evening just to answer a question from my community or a question that I've come across. So as I create the outlines for the videos, I want to also create some questions that I can potentially answer that may be useful to people.
That could be really good. So this is your challenge then. Next week, when
Yep.
we get back together, you will have implemented
50
or you will
questions.
have put together and used Jarvis to figure out if you can do these questions. It also does
Yeah.
Quora questions.
Yes.
That's one of the
Yes.
templates that's in there too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so one of the things, so it's a challenge. I can do Quora questions, and I think one of the things that I've said for myself is I'm going to get on Quora a little bit more to answer questions and share videos and give answers and help out and serve that community even more. Do they have the Quora questions still? I don't remember if I saw it in my list anymore. I don't see it there anymore.
I thought go down to I thought it
Content
was still
answers.
there.
Oh, Quora answers. Yes, I was looking for the
Or,
Quora. I was looking for the Quora logo, but
oh,
okay,
okay. Yeah.
yeah. But you know what? That's another challenge. You can create answers for questions on Quora. So if you want to create visibility, I might just say, okay, you know what? I'm going to answer 15 or 20 questions on Quora this week and see how this works, and I'll just pop them in and see what happens.
I love that idea. I'm going to show my screen here real quick. I'm not sure if you're showing yours, but you can see here there are engaging questions and Quora answers. So I love the engaging questions too, and this is what you were talking about. I was talking to you can see here leaders' biggest challenges. It'll keep the information, everything you've done in here, it generates and it keeps a copy of. But let's say topic, we say using AI writing assistance.
Mm-hmm.
And we say audience, small business owners. And let's say not angry. Let's go Oprah. I like Oprah. And I'll generate. And so it'll generate, hopefully, some questions that we could go in and at least get started with. And then we can even answer ourselves in the, the Quora. Do you find it difficult to write consistently? Does creativity get in the way of your productivity? How can technology help with these issues? All kinds of
Yeah.
different things. Don't forget it lies.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it? How do you feel about the idea of hiring one to complete your content for you? Do you think it's possible that this could be an outsourcing opportunity for small businesses like ours? And as a business owner, what worries or concerns did coming across this robot writer inspire in your mind? These are great questions to ask
Yeah.
inside your communities. And how
Yeah.
long did that take? That took about 17 seconds.
Yep. Love it. Love it. All right. Cool. Cool. Well, listen, we've shared a bunch of neat stuff tonight. I'm gonna start winding down because I've got a 9 o'clock YouTube that I promised the peoples that I would be on.
You got people
tonight.
waiting on you there.
So yeah. So what do you want to say to kind of wrap and wind down here?
All right. Well, let me just wrap up what we did today. We explored a type of technology called that falls under the heading of writing assistance.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about some of the things it could do. It can do so many more things. And I accepted the challenge of using it to come up with an outline for my new book. And you accepted the challenge of coming up with questions for your community and maybe answers for your community using the tool. Mm-hmm. And we're asking that other people try out the technology and come up with something that specifically they can use, not just, wow, isn't this cool, but getting down to specifically what they can use and what steps they can take to create that content rather than just admire the technology, which is what I usually do, rather than actually doing something on it.
Yeah. So this is fantastic. I think we'll talk about what we're going to talk about next time, but we want you to make sure that you follow us, follow RK3 Storytelling Tech and Tips. Go follow Beth Z, your nerdy best friend, as well. And let me see. Yeah. So make sure that you do that so you know when we're going live, and we're going to share some great stuff next time as well. So we look forward to hanging out with y'all again on the next episode of Tech Team Orange. I don't know when that's going to be. Did we say when that's going to be, or we're just hanging out?
It's going to be later.
It's going to be later. Yeah. All right.
Probably next week.
Cool.
Thanks, everyone.
Well, listen, y'all. Thank you. We'll see you soon.